Welcome back to Toledo's most fun, local, and positive 9 a.m. show, Good Day. Most of the men around here have it down to a science in our studio, that is tying a tie. But young men have to be taught that skill. And sadly, there are many young men without older mentors in the home. And that's where the Program Inc. comes in. Tremaine Rayford has the perfect event for those young men. Good morning. Good to see you again.
Good morning, Amanda. Good to see you.
Yes, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Yes, you've got a full slate coming up this year. And it all starts with an event coming up at the end of this month, January 24th. This is the tie event. You've been doing this for almost a decade now.
Yeah, wow. When you say it like that.
Yeah, that's a good thing, though.
Yeah, it is. It's great. We've been sustainable. We've been able to pull it off year after year and impact kids.
Yeah, so these young men are literally going to learn how to tie a tie.
Yeah. Not only that, they get a free brand new tie. You know, so it's not like a tie.
We'll show you how to do it, but now you don't have one.
right. Or like a tie that your grandfather used to wear back in the 1990s. You know, it's a brand new tie. Kids love to unwrap, and it's theirs. They get to take home. Cool. They get to learn how to tie, and we see them wearing it at other events that we have throughout the year. So it's pretty cool.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Where did you get this idea from? Where did you say, hey, we need to learn how to teach these kids how to tie a tie?
My life, I didn't, my mom used to tie ties, and she would like, don't untie the tie.
You got to keep it forever.
Yeah, so the tie would be tied for, 5, 6, 7, 8 years.
Yes.
And I was about 23, 24, where a woman actually showed me how to tie a tie. And when I started the program, I'm like, the first thing kids need to learn is how to tie a tie.
Yes.
So that was the first event that we kicked off, and tying the tie and shaking the hand kind of with us go hand in hand. No pun intended.
Right. But how about it?
Yeah. So that's a lot of what goes on there. It's one of our most favorite events for the kids, and everyone loves it.
Yeah. So let's go back a little bit though and talk a little bit more about the Program Inc. in general, what you all do and how you got started.
Yeah. So the program, we're a nonprofit organization for young men in absent father homes, teaching them life skills and social skills. So we do things like tying a tie, changing a tire, financial literacy. We teach young men how to court, and they go on the very first date with their mom. We've done some things like teaching firearm safety. We've done things like taking kids in airplanes and allowing them to fly, and we've done things with boats. We've done everything that a dad would normally teach their son. It encompasses the Program Inc.
And that's the big thing there, because we are in a situation where there are kids who don't have the father figure in their home. And talk a little bit about why it is so important that they do have that person in their life.
Yes. So to me and to us, fatherlessness is probably the biggest societal ill we face in America. 2 lawyers did a study in 2012, and they discovered that youth growing up in absent father homes were 279% more likely to pick up a gun or drugs. And we can see in the news, we can see in the schools and the courthouses that is to be true, right? So when we add this piece of intervention and being proactive with mentors and guidance and experience and impressionable memories, we take that number down and we change lives. We have story after story and kid after kid that has changed their life or has a new perspective on life through the events and through the workshops that we hold.
And you've been doing it long enough now that you've seen some of these kids really grow, huh?
Yeah, kids are in college.
What?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so and I love to see them grow, and we don't allow them to age out. To me, at age 18, that was when I got into the most trouble.
Sure.
And it was real trouble. It wasn't like, a demerit or suspension. It's like jail time.
Right.
So we don't allow them to age out. They then are coached to be a peer mentor. So now they can pour into someone else while we can still mentor them.
See, I like that because it keeps them focused on positivity and saying, okay, I got another person who I'm gonna look after now, which is huge. How do the moms get involved with this, and how do they feel about seeing their sons or grandsons or whomever involved?
Yeah, our moms, they love it. The way to get into it really is just showing up. When we have events, we get this all the time, like, how do I get my kid involved? When we have events like the tie event, show up. We have to build relational equity, so when we do have a enrollment session for people to join us, we know who you are and you know who we are, and we're a right fit. But some of the surveys that we've had, 90% of the parents show increase in social skills, 87% in confidence, another 87% in life skills. So that's just through this year with the youth that we've been serving. So we've been doing an excellent job.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
And these young men are getting introduced to other young men
Yes.
who are maybe like-minded, but in a positive way.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's a good community.
Yes,
for
and
them.
that's truly what we are.
Yeah.
We're just a community with a lot of contrast in between it, and I believe contrast is just a secret ingredient for us. It's just like we expose kids to so much and different lifestyles and all that stuff, and it's a beautiful thing to watch.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. So you've got the Thai event coming up in a few weeks.
Yep.
You have slots available still?
Yep, we have spots available.
Okay,
Yep.
tell the families out there how they can get their young men involved, and maybe an age range, or what are you looking for there?
Yeah, so for this event, we work for young men ages 8 to 18. To sign up, you can get on our Facebook page. There should be a event that you can log onto, or you can hop on our website, programming.org, go to the About section, and then tap on the events, and then it'll pop right up, and then you can register. Everything's 100% free, and we feed you, and we have a good time. So,
Hey, there's food too. This is wonderful. Yeah, and you may have a young one now who is 8, 9. Maybe you hadn't heard of this
Yes.
before because your kids were younger. Now's the time to get them involved into something positive and supportive.
Yes.
Tremaine, we always thank you for your work you're doing.
Thank you for having
appreciate
me.
you. Yeah, have a
Yeah.
good year, okay?
Yeah,
Thanks for
will
being here.
do.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, when we come back, get out of the house this weekend. What's happening in and around Toledo, and our Good Day Weekend Rundown. Toledo's most watched 9 a.m. show returns in just a moment.